Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. Overrush Pack 3 was released October 18th, 2025, and includes support for XQT, Legend, Outerverse, Shaman Bandit, and Woolly Wonderland decks, as well as introduces Blackluster Soldier and Princess Cosmos. I will receive Blackluster Soldier, Dedicated Gaia the Fierce Knight, Legend Lineage Magician, Royal Princess of the Woolly Wonderworld, Miss Mutton, Woolly Wonderworld Pyro Wool, Woolly Wonderworld Thunder Ramda, Woolly Wonderworld Aqua Sheep, Woolly Wonderworld Ground Mutton, and the maximum monster, Super Princess of the Flock, Max Mutton. Alex will receive Kato Healer Amor, Princess Cosmos the Trickster, Urana Licorice the Planetary, Princess Cosmos the Cosmic Trickster, Cosmostar the White Hole Polari, Cosmostar the Black Hole Polari, Outerverse Mother Fungus, and the maximum monster, Wish of the Outerverse, the world-shattering Emperor. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Miss Mutton. Now, Miss Mutton has got a whole bunch of support in the latest pack, and it's a bit weird. We do have these fusion monsters, as we can see here. This is Royal Princess of the Woolly Wonderland, Miss Mutton, but she is a vanilla with no effect, not particularly helpful. We do also have a new maximum monster, which is Super Princess of the Flock, Max Mutton. Now, the issue I have with these is they don't play super well together. So the maximum, you really want to turbo into it, right? And then you can use its effect to discard 2 cards, inflict piercing, gain 1,000. Okay, so that's how you kind of want to get your big damage in, have a big 5,000 attack piercing maximum, which is fine. It's nothing like too crazy. And all of the maximum pieces do count as Miss Mutton while in the graveyard. The fusion cards, all of the rest of them, the specific like lamb ones, are a bit awkward because they have to use 2 of the same vanilla. So because of that, actually getting them out can be a bit of a faff, which means most of the time we're going to have access to Royal Princess of the Woolly Wonderland Miss Mutton, but not the other ones. And that's just because, again, we can fuse from the graveyard using our spell card gateway to the Woolly Wonderworld. So all we have to do is get any of our maximum pieces in the grave, because they will count as Miss Mutton while in the graveyard, and then any 2 normal monsters, and bam, we can summon this. The issue is, again, this fusion monster doesn't have an effect. We can't really beat set 3 with it. So the way we're going to try and do that is with Woolly Wonderland Ground Mutton. So we have to have 2 Ground Mutton to get this out, but it does give our monster 700 attack and piercing. If we can get the maximum out, that's going to be pretty good because, again, a 5,000 attack piercer is pretty okay. Other than that, we don't really have much of a strategy. It's just kind of turbo through the deck, hope we can get a maximum, hope we can get some fusions, and see what we can do from there. But let's fire into the game and see what Alex has got for us. So last time we had BLS versus OTS, which was the battle of, I guess, the 3-letter abbreviations. But it was a weird one. I feel like I got very lucky, which I don't know how often BLS is going to be able to take wins off of OTS. I think OTS is a really cool deck. I think the new maximum is strong. I don't know if it's strong enough. I think that's the conclusion I came to of OTS. But for this week, we're going to be having 2 new decks. Now, the deck I'm bringing, I mean, it's not going to be too much of a surprise what decks we're going to be on. Like, you only have 1 big deck left from this box, which is going to be Cosmos Princess. I have 1, I guess we'll call it a big deck, so there's a lot of support, which is going to be Meeg-chan, and 1 little deck, which is going to be Legend. So we're going to be, you know, 1 today, 1 next time. I think this week, depending on how things go, this could be a decent matchup, or this could be extremely one-sided. The issue with both the decks that I have is Legend only got, like, basically, like, 2 new cards, and it's not... It's somewhat competitive. It's an okay deck. I think Cosmos does look like it's going to be a little bit better than that, but it is what it is. As for the Meeg stuff, that deck is all over the place. We got the Maximum, we got the Fusions, the 2 halves don't like playing together very well. It's very awkward, so I'm going to be curious to see how the deck does perform. But, so we'll give you the 50-50 choice. Which deck do you think I'm on?
Let's go Maximum.
Okay, so we think we're on
Maximum
Meeg. Well, it's basically, right, because one deck is effectively a fusion and maximum, or, you know, one or t'other. The other one is like a ritual deck, so we can kind of cover all the bases in a weird way. All right, let's hop in and see if you're... I'm just going to assume you're on Cosmos Princess. If you're not, I will be very surprised. So... Hey, all right, we will go first, and let's see what kind of hand we draw. All right, this is going to be a weird play, but I'm going to summon Woolly Wonderland Ground Mutton and his friend Woolly Wonderland Ground Mutton. Then I'm going to go ahead and tribute both and summon out Behemoth, the king of all animals. I can then activate his effect, which then lets me add back beast monsters from the graveyard equal to the number of monsters I tributed.
Okay.
And then these could be anything. And then we'll pass. So this is kind of just like normal summoning a 2700 for free, which is like, that's okay. Obviously, we'd rather have this later on in the game when we have a bit more of a, you know, big graveyard set up, but... I don't like that. Why would we play Ghost Cyclone? It's a really weird inclusion. Is it because we empty the graveyard constantly with the fusions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little drop out.
It does make sense. Because, like, historically, Ghost Cyclone did see play, but only in decks that emptied their graveyard constantly. Okay. Dendrovenus the Planetary. During the only normal summoned it. Send the top 2 cards up to the graveyard, then you can destroy this card. Okay. But it said then you can, so you don't have to. So do we want to just mill 2? 5 and the 1.
Dendrovenus again.
All the mill power today. Okay, so Observation and the 7 are now in the graveyard. Okay, so Mars Phlox. Destroy 1 card in your field, change the back position of 1 monster on the opponent's field. You can activate the effects of non-galaxy monsters the rest of this turn. Okay, and you knew that I had 2 ground mutton.
Okay. So I should have sent them to the graveyard. Never mind.
Okay. I'm not going to be doing a lot here, so I think you might be alright, you know. Activate Jest. I can go 1.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do this. We'll pop both the back row, because 2 monsters should be able to die quite easy. Okay, we didn't high roll, so that's good. The question is, though, what am I doing with this, realistically? I'm gonna summon the mighty Willy Wonderland Thunder Ramda. Then I'm going to set 2 cards. We'll go straight to battle. And we're just going to swing over these. So this is always going to be the weird thing with this deck, is in order for it to work, I need to play a bunch of vanillas. And the problem is vanillas aren't very good. So...
yeah.
Okay. So this is the big one. So this is destroy up to 3 monsters in your field. Then you can fusion summon a galaxy-type monster with 19 or 2600 defense by shuffling up to 9 galaxy monsters from your graveyard into the deck as material. I mean, yeah. So we're going for that.
8, 9.
Okay. Let's read this one when it comes out. Okay, so... during your main phase that you special summon this card, destroy 1 card in your opponent's field. If this card was fusion summoned using 9 or more materials, destroy all other cards on the field instead. Okay, so I get to keep at least 1 card then, either way, by the sounds of this. So we're going to try this. I'm fully expecting this to whiff. We're going to activate my Woolly Wonderland Nap Time. Oh, it did work. Okay. So when your opponent normal or special summons a monster, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Then you can change face-up monsters in your opponent's field to face-down defense position up to the total number of beast-type maximums and beast-type normal sent to the graveyard by this effect. So I do get to change this to defense. So this is...
oof.
It's sort of shady, but you don't have to discard. It does mill you, but you're also gambling, right? 26 defense. So I can run over it with Behemoth right now. How scared are we of the back row, I suppose? If that's like a legend trap, no matter what I do, it's going to mess me up. There's nothing I can do about that. All right, I'm going to go ship a 7. We're going to send this maximum piece to the graveyard and draw a couple of cards. That's also not super helpful. All right, let's go ship a 7 again. Send this maximum piece to the graveyard and draw 2 cards. Then we're going to go the Miss Mutton's Flocking Fan Mail, which again sort of sounds like a slur. But we can send 1 beast-type normal monster from your hand to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. Then if you send Prince of the Flock Miss Mutton to the graveyard, special summon a level 4. Now I don't have room, and I'm also not sending Miss Mutton, so this is just discard, draw 2. I'm going to go Giant Trunade.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go Gateway to the Woolly Wonderworld. So I can send a face-up beast-type monster from my field to the graveyard, then I can fusion summon a dark attribute beast-type monster with 1600 defense by shuffling beast-type monsters from my field and or graveyard into the deck as material. So I'm going to send this to the grave. Then I can perform a fusion summon. And I'm going to go ahead and summon this, which you can't see yet, but don't worry, it's coming. I'll do this, plus this, plus this. Oh, I did not mean to pick that one, but that's fine. Alright, here comes Royal Princess of the Woolly Wonderland, Miss Mutton, my fusion boss monster of choice, and guess what its amazing effect is? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's not ideal. So we do have this Aqua Sheep. Aqua Sheep is not big enough to take you out though, but we do have Gateway. So I can send this, perform a fusion summon, then I can fuse my 2 Ramders together to get out Thunder Ramder. Then I believe if I get a battle phase, this can clear over this. And that should be enough to close out the first game. Right, we got there. We got there in the end. Right, let's see if I can just keep that RNG going. We just need one more lucky game.
Go first.
Okie dokie. Ooh. I mean, my hand could be really good depending on what I draw. If I don't draw a good card, though, it's kind of yikes. Let's see what you got for me. The level 1. So this is excavate the top 4, add a level 6 or higher galaxy with 900 attack to your hand. Well, I assume we didn't find any there.
Nope.
Let me summon out the level 3. Destroy one of the cards in your field, then you can draw a card. Okay. And that's pretty good. I've just realised as well that one's Earth.
Yeah.
I didn't even read his name. I looked at the image and I went, that's like what if Earth was in some sort of cabbage?
Pass.
Ooh, that's not ideal, but I think you're going to be fine looking at this. Alright, your guys all have like uniform stats for the most part, so I think I can kill your guy, but I have to do it with this. So this, behold, Woolly Wonderland Shadow Merry. So if you have a face-up beast-type normal monster in your field, which I currently do not, I can send top 3 cards back to the graveyard, then I can add a gateway to the Woolly Wonderworld from my graveyard to my hand. Now, I'm going to set 1. I'm going to set 2. Then I'm going to go to battle. I don't know if this is going to have higher defense, because I know the big ones, I think, have really big defense. Ooh, okay. I wasn't sure if the 5 and 6s had bigger defense. Well, I mean, I couldn't do anything. The alternative was I just set this monster, so this is probably still better. And you can't actually out me at the moment, right? So,
Nope.
We'll pass on this. Okay, the level 1 again. Let's whiff again. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that was 1.
Yeah, that worked.
This is the one that fuses. Okay, that's kind of scary. Okay.
Feel
That's a funny looking jest of the Cosmos Princess.
Set and Chamomile.
That's when I play a normal summons a monster, destroy the monster, and draw 2.
Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so this is white. So, during the main phase that you fusion summon this card, special summon 1 galaxy type fusion monster with 1900 fits your gravity to your field, then you can add a jest. Okay, so this is just a 2k body at the moment.
That. Summon.
Okay, so this is level 5, which special summon level 6 or high galaxy monster from attack from your graveyard. Okay, so we can get back the fusing one again.
That.
I mean, this does out my board, so...
Battle.
This is tricky. The issue is, if I hold this, then you could summon out your bigger one and wipe the board, and then I lose it anyway. And I don't know how scary your boards are going to be outside of your big fusion anyway. So I think I'm just going to shotgun this. This is probably a waste. Because like, I still can't even out your 1600 defense guy. But... Christ. Not going to lie. Not really what I was hoping for. I'm going to set. Then I'm going to set. And I think I'm just going to pass, fortunately.
Okay, got graceful.
Well, that's not ideal for me.
Heal this.
Another funny looking
Special
jest.
summon.
Ooh. Okay, that's maybe not the end of the world. That might actually help a little bit in a weird way.
Earth.
Mm-hmm. Get rid of the fusey guy. Got rid of my Miss Mutton's flocking fan mail.
Deal.
Okay. And another Saturn.
Cosmos Star Black Hole.
Okay, so inflicts piercing damage during your turn. Face-up monsters in the opponent's field lose 1,000 attack and defense. Okay.
Look at this.
And for a fusion summon. Okay. Okay, so white comes back. White brings back white.
Set. Go to battle.
No, I really wish I had a Mirror Force about now. Okay, so we're going down to 2k. Not really ideal, if we're being honest, but... Behold my mighty play. I'm going to go Giant Trudate.
Oof.
Then, we are going to... No reason to make any other players then of this hand. We're going to Maximum Shokan, my Super Princess of the Flock, Max Mutton. Alright, so let's get ready for this. So, the left piece, send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard. This turn inflicts piercing damage. Then if this card is in maximum mode, it gains 1,000, cannot be destroyed by card effects. So, right now, I could discard 2 cards to do 1,000 more damage. That is it. The middle piece is I can send a Meet and Greed or Bell or Beaming Bell Beam from my hand to the graveyard to destroy 1 card on your field. And then the third one is I can add a Beast type normal monster, Meet and Greed, or Beaming Bell Beam from my graveyard to my hand. If this card's in maximum mode, I can add up to 3 of those cards instead. Now the question becomes, what the heck else am I doing? So the issue is, that third effect is I don't have Meet and Greed, Beaming Bell Beam, or a normal monster in the graveyard right now. So I can't do that. That's just not happening. I don't think getting an extra 1,000 damage is also going to do me much. So we're just going to set some cards, go straight to battle, and then we're going to attack over this guy, because he seems like the kind of the scarier one of them.
Okay.
So this is very easy to kill. It only has protection during my turn if I activate the effect, so...
Yeah. What do I do with all these spell traps in my hand? Okay.
Okay, Magical Stone. Back to Graceful. Okay, so we're just digging. We're just digging. Okay, during the turn you have not activated Princess Cosmos Astronomical Observation. Add a level 5 or lower Galaxy State monster with 900 attack from the graveyard to your hand. Okay. We can grab the Fusey one. The best thing you could probably do is go to level 1. And then we just hope we find the big girl. 2, 3, 4. Right, we got something legal to take, just not the big girl.
Yeah.
Well, unless I get a way to boost this thing's attack, there is physically no way for me to kill you next turn regardless, so you've got another turn in here. So I can get this up to 5k, but that's not going to kill you. Okie dokie, what am I doing with these? Let's go with Miss Mutton's Flocking Fan Mail. We'll get rid of this aqua sheet to draw some cards. I have the ability to like get rid of my maximum to not do a lot, and I'm like, I could do it though. I have the capability. All right, I think we're doing this. We're gonna go Jest. We're gonna send this, and this. We're going to go ahead and hit the 2 back row because they're the only things that scare me. Oh, okay. All right. Compulse is a weird one. That potentially could have outed me and killed me next turn, so that's good to hit. Set. This will set this. I could discard these 2 cards. And if I do, I gain 1,000 attack and piercing. But, like, I don't need to kill the 2Ks, right? Like, if you out my max and get the damage in, I'm dead regardless. Getting rid of one of these 2 doesn't change that fact. So I might as well go for the more damage. I could go to 4,100 damage, but I don't think that's going to make a big difference. So I'm quite happy to just keep these cards in my hand. So I think we're just going to go straight to battle. I'm just going to swing into this. Then we'll pass.
Okay.
Okay, we're revealing. We got the back row popper. Can't use its effect yet. Okay, with stirs. Lets you fuse. Well, that means we have to use the level 7. I mean, Black Hole comes out, makes me 3,000 attack, which means you only need to find an extra 1,000.
Yeah, just can't do it.
I mean, if I got to 5,000, I attack over your 19, you would lose, what, 3,100? Was my maths not wrong there? Go 1, 2, go to battle. We'll attempt to attack into this.
Oh, that was...
Yeah, I mean, you were just like, where is woman? Where is big woman?
That was terrible.
Yeah, that's a bit... I mean, we'll get a game 3 going either way. I assume you want to play game 3.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, yeah, if you had just found your boss monster, I think you just win there. But obviously, you just got really unlucky, unfortunately.
Go first.
Okie dokie. One, two, three, 4. Oh, at least one. I think that's level 5. That's level 6. Saturn. Got Venus. Oh, okay.
Pass.
Okay, we'll get ready for the best turn you've ever seen. I set, and set. Because I'm pretty sure you've got 1,600 defenders, and without a tribute monster, I can't beat that. She's here! Okay, we've got double Saturn. Activate 1 Saturn. Not black. Now just make more black, and then have all the piercing 2000s. When you have 5 engrave, you have 2 on the field, right? If you wanted to use both. And she would pop herself. So that would be, what, 8?
Well, I mean, I can't use the fusions.
What, for the big girl? I thought you could use any galaxy monster. Or is
Well,
it
I'm not
Galaxy
making the
Monster
big girl.
900? Ah, right, okay.
I'm trying to make more blacks.
All the black holes.
Go to battle.
Okay.
Swing.
Behold, my Woolly Wonderland Fluffy.
Swing.
And then reducing my stats when you flip me off is actually really annoying. So I'm basically dead next turn if I don't change the status quo here. Alright, against my better judgment, we're going to start with this. We're going to go Ship of the 7 Treasures. We're going to discard. We're going to draw 2. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Then we're going to go Blocking Fan Mail. We're going to send Aqua Sheep. We're going to draw 2. We're going to go Ship of 7. We're going to send Princess of the Flock. We're going to draw 2 more cards. Let's go Jest. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Now, how risky are we getting here? I think I'm going to play this a little bit risky. We're going to go for the back row. We're going to draw 2. Oh. I think I can make this work. Flip Ground Mutton. Activate Gateway to the Woolly Wonderworld. I'm going to send this, and I'm going to pull a Fusion Summon. I'm going to go ahead and summon this. You in the graveyard. I'll go ahead and put these 3 away, and summon out my Fusion Boss Monster, Royal Princess of the Woolly Wonderland, Miss Mutton. Alright, I'm going to activate Legend Strike. And I'm going to bring back my ever-faithful companion, Woolly Wonderland Fluffy. So if I have a Princess of the Flock Miss Mutton in my graveyard, I can send a card from my hand to the graveyard, select a Princess of the Flock Miss Mutton in my graveyard, add it to my hand, or special summon it. So we're going to go ahead and activate this. I'm going to send this, and then I'm going to summon to the field Ms. Mutton.
Alright.
Then we're going to go Gateway. We're going to send this away, and we're going to perform a Fusion Summon. I guess I'm going to do this. I think this is the better option. We'll see if it ends up being the better option. We'll summon out another big boss. I'm going to set, go to battle. We can clear over this. We can clear over this. And we should be able to clear this. So the downside is I have no piercing. I have no way to beat set 3. I have basically got 3 vanillas on the field. But they've got big attack, so maybe that's enough. Okay, we've got the Miller. She be Millen. We got the... Ooh, okay. Alright, so Princess Cosmos of the Trickster. So we're going to use the effect. I assume we're going to fuse 9. Then the question is going to become... How greedy are we feeling? I don't even know how big this fusion is.
Oh. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I think EDO has crashed.
Uh-oh.
Because there were more than 9 monsters, valid monsters in the graveyard.
Oh, because there were more than 9. Alright. Let's talk through this quick. How big is the fusion monster?
28.
28. Alright. What is in your hand right now?
Magical Stone Excavation and the fusion spell that I wouldn't be able to use.
Okay. So I wouldn't be dead here. It literally just ended. It was like draw game. Alright. I mean, I'm willing to just call that there, because if this crashes again, it's also just going to be annoying. So, for anyone that doesn't know, EDO doesn't like Princess Cosmos the Trickster very much, and sometimes it crashes. There's not really anything we can do about that. So, we did quite well to get 2 games out of this, and I think you would have been in a favourable position to win this. I would have had to have drawn very, very well. My set is not gonna get me out of this situation. My graveyard's practically empty now, so there's not really a lot going on in there, and you would be able to wipe my entire board quite effortlessly, and then I'd be in a weird situation where I have to try and out your guy. Like, I think the only way I realistically got back into this is if the top cards of my deck is an entire maximum. Then I could run over your guy, but outside of exactly that happening, you were gonna win this one anyway. So we'll call this an Alex win. I concede this duel. As for how this kind of these decks work, your deck, I think, it's really cool. The fundamental issue I think your deck has is you can sometimes struggle to just get attack points on the board, right? Like, even when you go into your fusions, it's like, oh, here's a 2000 attack monster. Oh, here's my other fusion. It's another 2000 attack monster. So it feels like if you're not getting out exactly your big Cosmo Princess fusion, there's just not a lot of attack points going around. And I suppose that's part of the archetype, right? Like, you're meant to be kind of more of a control style deck, I guess. But a lot of the individual cards are really strong, right? Like, I think all of the support spells and traps are all really, really good. We didn't get to see that many of them. We got to see your fusion spell a bunch. We got to see your card that adds a level 5 or higher back to your hand. We didn't really get to see the trap cards resolve, like Beauty Sleep, which is obviously just really, really cool. But the cards that you do have access to are still useful, right? We've got a back row pop, we've got a mill 2, we've got a popper card draw, we've got Cosmostar, which reduces my attack as well as, well, my attack and defense, and has piercing. Like, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in this deck. I'm just not sure if it's consistent enough, right? Because it feels like you're able to turbo through the deck quite a lot. You're able to get out these fusion monsters relatively easily. But again, if you're not summoning out the big fusion, I don't feel like it's ever, like, super threatening. I think that's the only, like, issue I'd have with it.
Yeah.
As for my deck, so it's a weird one. After actually playing it, I don't think it's in as bad a spot as I thought, but that's with a few caveats. The fusion monsters are still a bit naff. Now, some of them are okay. The issue is because you need 2 correctly named monsters to summon them, right? So to get out the big one, the one that's on the field right now, that's not too bad because it's just get a maximum piece in the graveyard. Any 2 beast normals, you're good to go. To get out any of the specific ones, you need 2 of the same named normal monster in your graveyard. Now, because you can only run 3 of each, that means the odds of getting 2 of the same name in the graveyard aren't actually that great, right? Because if you think about it, if it's like 2 different named cards, but they're 2 specific cards, you have 3 of each in your deck. So finding 1 of each of those 3 isn't that bad, but finding 2 of 3 can be a bit more awkward. So sometimes it's a bit of a pain, sometimes it's not. I quite like Gateway to the Woolly Wonderworld because this is effectively a Miracle Fusion, but it's a Miracle Fusion that requires you to have a beast on the field. So, like, it can be interesting because, like, theoretically, I could summon out my max and then go, all right, my max doesn't have lethal, but I could maybe have lethal with fusion monsters. So I go Gateway, get rid of my max, summon out a fusion. Now I've made room to summon out other guys, right? So, like, there's a world in which that can work, but I'm not sure it's a great strategy. I think overall, the maximum is in a really weird spot because, again, the maximum really wants you to be playing Meet and Greed and Beaming Bell Beam. I'm not actually playing either of those cards at the moment because I just didn't think either of them were worth using. And it's not even that they're not worth using, it's that I don't actually think the vanilla Miss Mutton is worth using in this deck, which is, like, really weird. Because you've already got, like, all the max pieces, right? You've got 9 bosses effectively just on maximum pieces. So if you put in the 3 Miss Mutton as well, now we're talking about 12 high levels in the deck. So if you just get them stuck in your hand, there's not a lot you can do. Now, we do have 2 draw spells, which both work with the vanilla Miss Mutton, so maybe we could use that. But other than that, it's a little bit awkward. But yeah, I think, realistically, I think the Miss Mutton deck's going to be kind of a fun deck more than anything. I think your deck's probably going to be Rogue. I don't think it's going to be, like, a crazy, super competitive deck, but I think it could quite easily just be a little Rogue deck, which is quite fun to play. But thanks for the game, buddy, and GG.
GG.